Welcome to American Dream TV. I'm your host, Corey Hicks. Today, we are stepping inside Creo Chocolate, a Portland favorite known for their handcrafted chocolates. They have 2 local storefronts as well as a chocolate lab where so much of the magic happens. Come along as we meet the creators and take a closer look at the passion, creativity, and craftsmanship of this sweet local gem. I'm here at Creo with Kevin, one of the founders. So Kevin, tell me, how did Creo start? Where did the thought of Creo come to be?
So we got started probably about 15 years ago. We had a raspberry farm over in Richfield, a little bit north, and we started making chocolate for fun for family and friends, and it kind of got out of control, and we opened a chocolate factory.
And you opened a chocolate factory. That is amazing. You had like a smaller factory and then you moved into where you're at today.
Original store was on Broadway. It was a factory and retail store, and we did tours out of there. We packed a lot of stuff into a small space, and then we became blessed to get a bigger space a couple of years ago and moved in here, and it's been amazing.
Great. What about the name Creo? Where did that come from?
In Spanish, it means I believe, and in Latin, it means I create. And we get to make something that's great to share with people.
Tell me from the beginning to end of when you're making chocolate, what is that process like?
It all starts originally on the farm. Being farmers ourselves, we really wanted to have a direct relationship with growers. So we took a trip to South America and we met with a bunch of growers in Ecuador, tried a bunch of chocolate, and we picked a couple farms to work with. And so we get to import cocoa beans on a container a couple times a year and make chocolate with them.
Make chocolate.
So once we get those cocoa beans, they come in a container, we get to unload that container, and we get to take the raw cocoa beans and we roast them, we winnow them, or we take off the paper shell, and we have the nib, and then we grind the nib down, and then we get finished chocolate. And then we get to make chocolates. We get to make bonbons, chocolate bars. We're gonna make hand items like chocolate-covered hazelnuts, chocolate-covered fruit, nuts. Yeah. And
sipping chocolate.
We do make sipping chocolate,
Sipping chocolate, that's great. So you also offer education and bar making. So you can tell us about that process and how you work through that?
We feel like it's very important to know where your food comes from. So we get to bring in the public, and public gets to come in. They get to learn where chocolate comes from, how we make it. Then they get to design their own chocolate bar and take it home with them. It's probably the most fun thing we do here. Before we had a small little classroom. Here we built a whole purpose-built classroom just for education.
So Kevin, what are we gonna do here today?
Yeah, so we're gonna start with going over to the classroom. We're gonna learn about where chocolate comes from, how we make it. We're gonna try a bunch of chocolate, and then we're going to have you make your own chocolate bar.
Thank you, Kevin, for having us. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for opening up the doors to you and your family for showing us how you make chocolate.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming out.
What a treat it's been taking a closer look at the story behind Creo Chocolate and the artistry that goes into every bite. From the Portland storefronts to their chocolate lab, Creo is a perfect example of local passion turned into something super special. I'm Corey Hicks, and this is American Dream TV.